This is a Hylian shield. It should be familiar to fans who have been playing the Legend of Zelda series for a long time. But I doubt anyone imagined that you would be able to attach a piece of icy meat to it and use it to surf at high speed in the latest game in the series. This is a sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, so you may have guessed there'd be a portable cooking pot. But I doubt anyone predicted the cooking pot would also have excellent suspension. Even we didn't predict that. No matter how difficult the situation, sometimes you can just stick a bunch of logs together and figure something out. Rather than using only wisdom to find a solution, sometimes it is just as important to have a courage to power through a problem. And game designers use these rules as a basis for level design. Rather than creating something fun, create a system that makes fun things happen. This is a concept behind multiplicative gameplay. In this game, we created the depths based on this concept. Our producer wanted to dig holes in the world ever since development of Breath of the Wild started. So we dug holes. By combining objects, he created something new. By the way, the wheels are actually cogwheels that Mr. Fujibayashi stole from the dungeon. So we began proper prototyping to stick objects together freely. The potential of sticking objects together that we felt with the octoballoons and the new value gained by combining objects shown by the prototypes. We felt that this could be a gameplay point for this expanded world. Even if you aren't sure what to use these things for at first, you will come up with new ways to combine them to make something useful.
Development is going to be chaos. The more I thought, the more I worried. But in life, it's sometimes important to have the courage to push forward. As expected, the world fell apart. At this rate, the world will destroy itself before Ganondorf comes back. And so began our battle against the true menace of Hero.
This is precisely the kind of multiplicative gameplay we were seeking, and a confirmation that making everything physics-driven was the correct approach.
また、物理で動かすべきなのはオブジェクトだけの話ではありません。モドレコなどのプレイヤーの能力も同様です。
And this wasn't just limited to objects. Player abilities like recall also needed to be physics-driven.
非物理な制御の方が手応えを見るためには早いのですが、この動画のような破綻を起こすことがあります。
While implementation is faster using a non-physics-driven control for a quick gut check, it can also lead to something like this.
最終的には他のあらゆるものと同様、モドレコも物理で動く実装に切り替えました。
In the end, like everything else, we also changed recall to be physics-driven.
その結果、このようにプレイヤーがどのような操作をしても世界が壊れることはなくなりました。
As a result, regardless of what the player does, we have a world free from self-destruction, as seen here. Since our goal was to create a system where unique interactions occur without dedicated implementation, we included many different components that can trigger these interactions.
私たちが思いもしなかった組み合わせでプレイヤーたちが冒険している様子をたくさん見ることができてとても嬉しいです。
And we've been so happy to see so many players combining these components in ways we hadn't thought about as they embark on their adventures.
コログたちも喜んでいますね。
It looks like the Koroks are happy about it too. Since they can be placed anywhere now, there's no guarantee the pot will be placed on a flat, level surface, meaning your dish could spill out.
煮込み料理がこぼれない対策としてアーティストから伸ばせる足をつけようという提案がありました。
As a countermeasure to this critical problem, an artist proposed adding telescopic legs to the pot.
最終的には物理の安定性の観点からポットの底にジョイントを入れることにしました。これで無事に煮込み料理がこぼれなくなって嬉しいです。
But in the end, we decided to put a joint at the bottom of the pot for stability. I'm happy to say your soup is now safe.
さらにとてもありがたいことに、この携帯鍋のジョイントはプレイヤーさんたちの自由な発想により別の使い方でも役に立っています。
And furthermore, we were so happy to see that the joint on the portable pot has seen a whole range of other uses, thanks to the creative imagination of so many players.
Thank you, Takayama-san. But aren't you forgetting something? You forgot the sound team. There. That's better.
Put in simple terms, this means that loud sounds can be heard at a distance while quiet sounds cannot.
つまり遠くまで音を聞かせたいならば、その音は大きな音である必要があります。
In other words, if you want a sound to be heard from far away, then it needs to be loud.
距離が倍になるにつれて音量が半分になる変化を対数グラフで表せば、このようにシンプルなグラフで表すことができます。
A simple logarithmic graph like this shows the change in volume decreasing by half as distance doubles.
しかしこれだけで良いでしょうか。例えば鶏の鳴き声は100デシベル程度と言われていますが、この音が減衰しきるには10万メートルかかるようです。マイルに換算すれば約62マイルです。
But is that all it takes? For example, a rooster's crow is reportedly about 100 decibels. It would appear to take 100,000 meters before its sound would attenuate. Converted to miles, that's about 62 miles.
日本で言えば東京から富士山くらいが約62マイルです。鶏は確かにうるさいですが、サクラメントで鳴いた鶏の鳴き声がこの会場まで届くとは考えにくいです。
In Japan, the distance from Tokyo to Mount Fuji is about 62 miles. While roosters certainly are loud, I have a hard time believing a rooster crowing in Sacramento could be heard from this stage.
That's all for our presentation. Thank you for your kind attention.